Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name.
Hi, thanks for tuning in to Armor of God again. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us. And hopefully you'll be learning a lot from this video. I know it's relatively short compared to other videos before, but we try to include as much as we can into this short video, and it's going to be about the angels.
St. Thomas Aquinas explained the angelic hierarchy, and it goes like this. Each division includes 3 choirs of angels, and each class of these spiritual beings has a unique role and place. Though the Church has never issued an official declaration on the celestial hierarchy of angels, by tradition it is seen as a highly structured environment. Angels are ranked into 9 choirs or categories and divided into 3 hierarchies: seraphim, cherubim, and thrones, dominations, virtues, and powers, principalities, archangels, and angels. The highest orders are noted for their zeal and ceaseless contemplation of God. Those in the second hierarchy are associated with the care of human affairs, and the lowest ranks are charged with announcing God's will. Reigning at the top of the spectrum, existing in the realm closest to God, are the seraphim, characterized by their fiery love, which is said to reflect onto the lesser ranks of angels. Cherubim are associated with intellect. They share a deep insight into God's secrets and understand the requirements of salvation. Thrones symbolize submission and peace, and they help people to abide by God's will. By tradition, God rests on them and imparts his spirit, which they pass on to lesser angels and to mankind. The second hierarchy is led by the dominations, who rule over lesser angels to carry out commands of God and make known God's authority. Virtues fulfill this work, and through them, God oversees the seasons and visible heavens. The powers, by tradition, are the favorite of mortals, assigned to fight evil spirits and defeat their plans. Principalities rule over the lowest hierarchy, guarding countries and charged with making announcements to mankind. They govern souls and bodies. Archangels by tradition guard great persons, and under St. Michael they protect the church. And finally, the angels form the lowest rank. They include guardian angels and stand ready to follow where God sends them. Now please keep in mind that this is part of speculative theology. In this part, you can necessarily believe or not, but it is tradition in the church. And tradition tells us that, just like what I've just explained to you earlier, the first sphere of angels, or choir, in that first sphere, they serve as heavenly counselors, and their purpose is to gaze on the face of God, to adore him. Now, in this first sphere, the seraphim means the burning ones, and many believe Lucifer was one of these until he rebelled, and a war broke out in heaven with Michael and his angels throwing Lucifer and his demons down to earth. And then the cherubim, which means fullness of wisdom. Cherubim have appeared in tradition as having 4 faces, one of a man. One of the faces is of an ox. Then there's one of a lion and one of an eagle. And you notice these are the symbols of the 4 gospel writers. And in fact, it was the cherubim who guard the way to the tree of life in the Garden of Eden. These are the ones that are on the Ark of the Covenant that God commanded that we carve. So next we have the thrones. They are living symbols of God's justice and authority. We see them in Daniel and Ezekiel in the Bible, described as being covered with hundreds of eyes, and they represent humility before God. In short, those are the heavenly counselors. Next we have the angels in the second sphere of 3 choirs, and they work as heavenly governors to fulfill God's providential plans for the physical universe. And so the first choir now in this second sphere is the dominions, whose name means authority. To put it simply, they regulate the duties of all the lower angels. They can be seen in a way like that of middle management, being your manager in a way if you were an angel. The next choir in this sphere is the virtues, and their primary duty is to supervise the movements of the heavenly bodies, the cosmos, to ensure that this cosmos remains in order. And then we have the powers. Their duty is to oversee the distribution of power among mankind, hence their name, powers, and the chastisements of God are done through them. In the last and third sphere, they function as heavenly messengers, sometimes even soldiers. They directly order human affairs, so they are the ones that help us the most. Now, the first choir in this sphere is the principalities, and their duty is to give blessings to the whole material world. Their task is to oversee groups of people, like nations or cities or kingdoms. So they, when a city has a guardian angel, that is who they come from, the principalities. Now, they are the educators and guardians of the realm of the earth. And most people, scholars and theologians, believe that most of the angels, when the angels fell, came from this group. And then we have the archangels, and these are the chief angels, like Gabriel and Michael, who is the protector of Israel. That's Michael. When Lucifer rebelled, Michael said, "Who is like God? There is none like God." And then God elevated Michael to be the commander of the heavenly hosts over all others. And finally, we have the last choir, the angels. And these are considered infantry, like the army. They are the ones most concerned with the affairs of us living humans, living things. They are the most caring and social to assist those who ask for their help.
Well, we hope you liked that bit of presentation from us. And I'm so sorry if the graphic design for those information regarding the angels don't look that good. I tried to design them as best as I could, but still, I know it still needs a lot of improvement. Anyway, just before we get to the end of this video, there's something that I'd like to share from Father Chris regarding the guardian angels.
Now, no human knows us better or loves us more than our guardian angel. And the goal of guardian angels is to guide man, even non-Christians. So your guardian angel has been waiting for you ever since the beginning of time, and your relationship with him will continue in heaven because their task is not complete until you gaze upon the face of God. Wow, it's amazing. So, to know your guardian angel, if you don't already, get to. I'm often asked, Father, how can I thank my guardian angel for what he has done for me? Well, my answer, do adoration. Then they can be with you where they're assigned and in the presence of God at the same time. You see, your guardian angel has to stay with you. And if you never go before the presence of God, then he doesn't in some ways. So when you do in adoration or at Mass, your guardian angel is rewarded and he gets to be in the presence of God. So the best gift for your guardian angel is to offer Holy Communion in gratitude for all he does. But keep in mind that as powerful as angels are, your priest is even more powerful in a way. Why? St. Faustina said in Diary 1677 that a seraphim angel once came to bring her Holy Communion, and she asked the angel to first hear her confession. But he said, no spirit in heaven has that power. Wow, that shows the power given to the priest. God gives us so many tools to get us to heaven, be it angels or priests, so make sure you utilize them now while you still can. And so the angels, they're a great way to help you. Take advantage of that grace given by God.
Well then, that will be all for the video this time. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us, and hopefully, all of you have learned a lot from this video. Remember, if there's any feedback or suggestion, please let us know in the comments below. Anyway, if you like what we do and you'd like to support us, I left a link to our PayPal donation in the description box below and from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for your continuous support, contributions, and prayers. And until the next one, thanks again for watching and may God bless you.